Hi, I'm Taryn Sulkes. I'm with Eagle Specialties. We are a commercial construction supplier subcontractor. Items that we provide that people use on a daily basis but aren't familiar with are like toilet partitions, toilet room accessories, lockers, roller shades, fire extinguisher cabinets. So things that go into buildings that we take for granted with regard to our safety and our privacy, we provide them. The Great Lakes Women's Business Council has been an amazing organization to be a part of. We started the company in 2014. We became certified in 2015. And since then, I've really upped my engagement and participation with them. And they sent out a survey asking for women in the construction industry to reply. If they were to start a mentoring program and they were looking for mentors, would you be interested? What would you think it would look like? What type of program? And so I applied because certainly as a newer business and then being a woman in a very male-dominated field, any support and encouragement you could get would be great. And I was very, very fortunate to be chosen for the first cohort of MentorWE and had the opportunity to work with some amazing mentees, my fellow mentees, and then our mentors are just out of this world. I think connections that have been made have really been getting to know these incredibly dynamic women one-on-one and really getting to understand what their businesses are. So there's Gwen Hale with Reagan Mechanical, and she's absolutely amazing in the HVAC world and has really had that opportunity to really grow and flourish in her business. She's one of the first people that I met coming into the construction industry, and I'm just so blessed to know her more now. Newer friends that I've made along the way, GD with GD Cleaning. Gail has been a tremendous, she is just such a great heart. And to learn that just this morning, she really spent the past year dealing with a lot of stuff during COVID, but she also really revamped her business as a result of coming out of MentorWE, and I think that's phenomenal. Having that opportunity to work with our mentors and to learn the strategies that they implement in their businesses and what marketing type tools, the types of organizations, the technology innovation that we were exposed to is just amazing. And so when we think about it starting out in our businesses and what we can aspire to and what we can attain, absolutely phenomenal. And just, again, so fortunate for the experience. So for new mentees coming into the program, I would really encourage them to ask. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask for some one-on-one time with the mentors and to pick their brains or to pick the brains of the people that they bring to you. Ask for that time and really dig in and get what you need from the program. And even if they don't know, you know, they're so willing to try to find you that answer or make that connection for you. So I think that would be my takeaway, is just to ask. When I reflected back on the year, it was kind of like the year where everybody stopped. I think in the beginning of the pandemic, people's outlook, it was grave, but there was a lot of caring for other people. A lot of, when that 3-week initial shutdown happened, I remember just how peaceful everything was. And I've met more of my neighbors during COVID than we have during the 4 years that we've lived in our neighborhood. So I think it brought together a sense of really community belonging and cohesiveness. On a business aspect, we did see a decline in contracts coming out. We did not pivot. We did not make any changes. I mean, we stayed the course. We could have gone through and gotten, you know, the PPE, the gloves and the face masks and everything, but then we just would have been one of hundreds that were doing that. And so we stayed the course, and thankfully we had backlog that was coming through with projects that had been postponed, right? Not canceled because they were already in progress, but they were postponed. And so we had a backlog of those. And what we're seeing right now is that the projects that we hadn't been awarded contracts for are starting to pick up now. And we're continuing to increase our backlog, which is really nice to see this early in the year. And so things still are moving along. I think that we're We made it through the pause, which I'm very thankful. We're open, we're still in business. We helped others during that period of time, and I think that was what was most important. And now we're looking at the future and moving forward. Things that have changed immensely is a lot of the networking and face-to-face meeting that we're used to doing has really switched to a virtual environment, and people are starting to struggle with that because you're becoming burned out Zooming and meeting all the time. One thing I do want to commend is that the Great Lakes Women's Business Council did an amazing job with their conference. The platform was wonderful to navigate within. The connections made, the little face-to-face breakout meetings that we had, the content was spot on. And so I think taking advantage of education during this time has been really paramount to helping to set goals and to help set the trajectory of what 2021 and beyond is going to look like.